All righty. Hello and good afternoon. Yes, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you. I want to go ahead and mention I am having camera issues, so my camera is shut off for now. However, Miss Yasmin, I would love for you to kickstart this interview. And if you don't mind, tell me a little bit about your professional experience.
Of course, of course. So I have over 10 years customer service from working in call centers to working as dispatch for my latest role as a staffing recruiter.
Absolutely. And thank you for sharing your experience with us here. I have your resume pulled up here as well. And I know you mentioned that you've been in customer service for well over 10 years. Now, I would love for you to touch base on your customer service skills. So when it comes down to your communication with either customers or, your associates over at Elwood Staffing, what was your communication style with them? Was it, person, phone? Tell me about that.
Of course. So I have different methods of contacts. I at least try to do three methods. Um, of course, the first one being a phone call, second one inviting them in to have a face-to-face just to give a personal feel of my associate and, a feel of what their needs would be. And then, of course, I would send them a text message as well. If I'm not able to reach the associate, of course, I'm going to reach out either via email, text message, or leaving a voicemail just to let them know that, hey, I've reached out. Please give me a call as soon as you can.
Absolutely. And that was your process over at Elwood Staffing, right? It was
Correct.
where you can't reach them by text. Hey, I'm gonna call you and email you and etc. So
Correct. Yes. For any position that I really have,
mhm,
I'll find a way to at least do a three method contact. Whether if I'm not able to text them, I might just leave a voicemail, send them an email, and then just a follow up call afterwards. But I like to reach out at least three times, whatever company I'm working with, just so the client or the associate knows that we do care and we are here for them.
absolutely. And thank you for sharing that with me here. Uh, I would love for you to tell me a little bit about your experience with the front desk because we know that this is the current role that you're applying to. So tell me a little bit about your experience of working and navigating through a front desk. As we know, there's a lot of multitasking. So tell me about that.
Of course. Well, being the first person that they see, you want to make sure they're greeted well, they feel warmth.
Mhm.
If you're on the phone, you want to let the person know on the phone if they can please wait a second because they
Yeah.
can't see that there's someone in front of you. So you want to put the person on the phone on hold and handle who's in front of you as quickly as possible and let them know I'm on a phone call, but if you could take a seat, I'll be right with you. Finish whatever you're finishing and then handle everything is a timely manner. You just have to have good organization skills and remember you are the first person they see. You want them to feel welcomed.
Absolutely, 100%. And thank you for sharing that with me. Now, when it comes down to navigating through your tasks, because kind of like you mentioned, right, we have to navigate the phone, the emails, the walk-ins, we have to tend to them. So how would you prioritize your duties in a situation like that?
Yes, I always, like I said, I would prioritize who's in front of me, of course, because they
Mhm.
are in front of me. Um, but it's just like or level of organization. The person in front of you, a person on the phone, let them know, hi, I have someone in front of me right now. Please, can I put you on a brief hold? Let the person that's in front of you know I'm on the phone with somebody. Please take a seat. If there's something that you could help them with right away, get them taken care of and then move forward. Um, Organization, being nice, just communicating with everybody. So everybody knows what's going on and you're not like just leaving people there thinking that you're rude or you're not acknowledging. Just acknowledgement. To me, acknowledgement is very important because if you don't acknowledge someone, then they're obviously thinking, oh, she's just being rude or ignoring me and she doesn't care about her position.
100% agree that's especially with being that front desk person, everyone needs to be catered to in some way or, at least be acknowledged. So I agree. And thank you for pointing that out. To wrap up the interview here, just two last questions in reference to any time that you'll be needing off. Do you have anything scheduled the next 30 to 60 days at all?
No, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. And then as far as starting a new role, how soon can you start?
I can start as soon as next Friday.
Awesome. Now I know that this coming week is going to be spring break too, right? So
Yes.
more than likely we'll have interviews set up for next week, and then more than likely have a start date for the 23rd or so. So we can definitely
Perfect.
work with you on that. But I want to go ahead and stop the recording, Yazmin. It's been lovely chatting with you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. If you don't mind, stay with me really quickly as well. I want to continue chatting with you.
Okay.
Thank you.